Watercooler. Watercooler. Watercooler.
Hello and welcome to Watercooler, episode number 304, also known as 69 minus 69 minus 69. Oh, sorry, plus.
Well, we're in negative numbers now.
Wait, I'm not done.
Shit.
I'm not done. Minus 69 plus 69
Okay.
plus 69 plus 69
All right, back
plus
to zero.
69
Yep.
plus 69 plus 69 plus 69
Yep.
plus 69 plus 28. Thank you.
I think you had to minus another 69 there.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Math
is.
checks out. Math checks out.
No,
Thank you so much for tuning in. You know how the show goes. All right, Chris Locks. I'm on a kick it with the key three, including myself, that is. Gary Smith's here.
So what's up?
And Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Hey, guys. So Kalen's not here just because he I don't know, he decided to just do this show once a week on his own accord. And then Mike Dawson's not here because he was supposed to be here, and then he goes, I don't have a voice, and then just walked out.
I got gardened up the fucking ass.
That might have been what it was.
Yeah, the irony that he said he didn't have a voice.
It was weird.
You know?
I looked it up, too, because my first instinct was, how late were you tweeting last night?
Yeah, good
But-
point. Check the Twitter feed.
Yeah, I did, but all of his tweets came before midnight. I mean, his last one was
Okay.
11:53, and it was vague and a little nonsensical.
But
Check
here's
the
the
Facebook
thing,
group.
Chris.
Check the Facebook group.
I think Chris needs to adjust his scale a little bit because the scale he's using is for a work night where Dawson is going to be working for most of the day and then he starts partying in the evening. This is a Sunday, baby. Dawson loves a good brunch. He could have gotten after this early.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, so that it's very true. But who knows? Dawson, he goes hard,
He does, and then
can
sometimes
we
he
say?
needs to rest his voice like this, and he always gets better.
dude. I went hard the other night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll show you how hard I actually went. By that I
This
mean
is a family
I got
show.
very drunk.
Okay, good.
Mikey, the guy who plays drums in my band, Loxy,
Sure.
he wanted to hang out on a Friday night, and we decided to go do that, and then met up with another buddy of mine named Josh, and we got we proceeded to get
Does that sound real to you?
drunk.
It sounds very similar to Jake and
Yeah.
Oh, Jake and Jason.
It
and
definitely
now
sounds.
there's a Josh.
Yeah,
There's
This
a
is-
Josh.
doesn't sound made up at
Oh
all.
my God.
Now he's going to show us a picture that this guy's not in.
Yeah.
Well, no,
That's what he's going to say. He took the picture.
Yeah, he took the picture. He was behind the camera.
So we drank a lot. It was a Saturday night. Or was
it was
it
a Friday?
Friday
It was a
night?
Friday a minute ago, but okay.
It was a Friday night. That I think about.
Story
It was a
checks out,
Friday
Matt,
night.
right?
What was on the menu?
Well, we went to a wine bar. Had 3 tall boys of beer there
At the wine bar.
at the wine bar. 'cause
Wine bar
when-
sells tall boys.
Yeah.
This sounds so made up.
No, doesn't it sound a little too specific to be made up?
No, I think you're trying to make it extra specific now, but you're not thinking about the details you're using, and it's all falling apart.
No, because wine bars typically only sell wine and beer.
That tracks, yes. I'll
Yeah,
agree with
so
you.
we decided to go with beer.
Yeah, because Thursday nights they have beer specials.
Yeah,
Even
on
on
Wednesdays
Thursday.
they have Wednesdays we decided to get beers.
Mm-hmm.
So we drink 3 beers and then we go to this other place, get a couple
So hold on,
cocktails,
sorry.
watch a band.
One more time. 3 beers each?
Yeah, three beers each.
Well done.
3 rounds.
All right.
And then walk over to the Pike, where actually I'm playing there this Friday at 9 p.m. The Pike Bar in Long Beach, owned by Chris Reese of Social Distortion.
Okay.
So we're playing there. And but anyway, so we go there, watch a band play, have a couple drinks there, and then go to my friend's bar, Rose Mallows, where they have that speakeasy tiki bar, and proceed to just get destroyed over there.
You say
And
it's called Bros Mallows?
Rose Mallows.
Okay.
Oh, but it should be called Rose Mallows. I'm going to submit a request.
We need to fucking get ownership in that
Yeah.
bar.
Anyway, we know the bartenders. They hook
Wait, what's it called again?
Bros Mallows?
rose mallows. It's another word for hibiscus flower, a rose mallow.
They're stealing Mallow from us. I don't like this.
Uh-oh, Gary Ghost is alarmed. Anyway, we end up going and there's a certain point where if my friends and I drink where we just want to be mischievous.
Sure.
And so we hit that point.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, the night, it's 2 a.m. What can we do now?
If this story ends with you going house to house destroying Halloween decorations, I will never speak to you
Well,
again.
I think that might be coming, but what I'm really hoping is coming is that they got a bunch of cars together and they reunited with the snake.
Oh.
Oh,
Was
no,
there some
no.
DB?
No, the snake was totally sober.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a sober snake. We actually never played dodgeball drunk. Anyway, we took it very seriously, Gary. So we were thinking, what should we do? And we thought, let's find a rooftop. So we hopped a lot of fences. We got caught by security a couple times. Got kicked out of places. And eventually made our way up to like an apartment complex that had the pools up on the rooftop. We got to see the skyline of Long Beach or whatever city we were in. And
Wait, you guys got stopped by security multiple times?
yeah, well, we did like that. We dropped a fake name, like, oh, our buddy Adam Blank is here, and
Adam Blank.
Alvalar.
Terrible.
Adam.
cover name.
Well, we said Adam Alvalar, which is an actual friend's name. So yeah, it wasn't very smart, but
Sorry, officer. We're here to see my friend Adam Blank.
yeah, Adam.
Out of
Ledge.
rooftop.
Adam Rooftop. Yes. Well, anyway, so we found a hot tub, and
On
Did it
the
have a
roof?
time machine?
huh?
Did it
Oh
have-
no time machine. Or if it did, it only went at regular speed
That
going
was a
forward.
rooftop hot tub, though.
Yeah, rooftop hot tub.
Definitely one of the peak hot tub locations.
I was just gonna ask you, Matt.
Yeah.
You would know.
That one's
Elevation is key.
elevation's key, and the only other thing I can think of is like if you've got like a grotto style one that's like under a waterfall, like behind the waterfall in the cave. That's another great hot tub location.
No,
You
Matt,
like grotto style hot tubs? I'm not into those. I don't know why. Like the nature pool hot tubs.
there's always a funk that goes along.
Yes.
with
That's
it.
true. That's true.
It's not, it looks great from far away, but then once you start to get into it, you realize I don't want to be in this.
Yeah.
But you're kind of pot committed. How do you feel about the mobile hot tub built into the back of a limo?
Wow. I've never actually experienced that.
Now that's
before.
one where you can change the elevation as you please.
Really?
Well, I can fucking send you up a mountain.
I see.
Have this
I
guy
see.
drive you to Big Bear.
But on that note, if you're driving up a mountain, doesn't the water start to like slosh out the back of it?
You're not really supposed to use the hot tub while it's going down the freeway.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's be honest, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Have you ever done the mobile hot tub, Gary? You seem,
I
if
don't-
anybody here has, it seems like it'd be you.
No, I have not.
All right, because that is a real just
I'm
showcase
going to go
of
ahead
luxury.
and throw this one out here. Rich man, poor man.
Mobile hot tub? Yeah.
I could see that. Anyway, so we found the hot tub, still hot. Went in it.
Nude.
Yeah, what were you wearing?
Two out of three of us were clothed.
What's up with the weird friend?
Mikey?
It was Mikey.
He was drunk.
That fits, I guess. That's a very Mikey move.
Anyway, so worst hangover I've ever had the next day. I mean, I came
Really?
home soaking wet. Jen's like, where the F were you? It's like 3-something a.m.
Yeah, that was one of the last times you're going to get to do that.
That actually was your bachelor party. You
Yeah, it
don't
might
know it,
have
but it was.
But anyway-
Surprise.
Anyway, I wake up the next morning. Well, 10:30 I get 10 o'clock I get a text from our neighbor who needs help loading something into her car. It's like, hey, at 10:30, can you help me out? She does like this chain stitching stuff. I should give her a plug. It's at Ceremony Chain Stitch, where she stitched our names to our
Yeah.
shirts and all that stuff. And very, very talented.
And that's when you use a chainsaw to stitch?
Yeah, it's
That's
an
a skill.
incredible process.
Yeah.
Insanely dangerous.
Yeah.
but
But that's
very
why
effective.
you now have offered to help her move.
I did help her move, and I'll just pass the phone. I'll put it on YouTube on the screen here. But this
Oh,
is me
cool.
at the Ring doorbell that morning, 10:30 on the dot. Was just hurting so bad. I got there. I did it, but
Now-
that was what they were greeted with.
Now, I
Oh
took a
my
picture of Matt once
God.
when he was on an excruciating phone call being yelled at for something that was not his fault. And this look of defeat and utter horror that flashes on my phone when Matt calls me, that's the closest thing I've ever seen to it, is your face right there.
Yeah,
you
it
just
was
look dead.
it was brutal. But anyway, it just reminded me Dawson being drunk reminded me of that story. I was at a bar. I've been going to bars lately. I guess so.
It's you.
But I was at this place in Seal Beach called O'Malley's. One of my favorite Seal Beach haunts, if not my favorite. I love that bar. And it was my friend's engagement party. So what they did was they rented out. They have this like small back room area, and they rented out the whole thing. So you just walk through the bar, head out to the back, and it's closed for a private party. They had the food, the drinks, whatever. It was beautiful. But on the way over, very rarely will I get recognized for being, a podcasting producer,
Legend.
talent legend. Yes.
Mhm.
And I happened to have been recognized on my way in. Guys said, Chris Logsmon, and gave me a high five. He was really happy to see me.
He bark at you?
No, he didn't bark though.
We had a caller bark at us on bark at Adam and Stromer on Ace on the House today.
How'd that go?
It was delightful. It was right at the end of his call as Adam was saying goodbye to him. He was like, "All right, goodbye."
Do you,
It was really aggressive, and I loved it.
do you think Adam's hip to the barking?
I do not. I do not because
Just blows past it
It's
every
happened
time.
enough.
That was the first thing that I did was my eyes darted to his face to see how he would react to it, and it was like he hadn't heard it. there was nothing there.
Maybe he's just so disappointed. He's like, I can't even react. What is my staff doing? So anyway, this guy recognized me as I go, and then I go to the private party. It's great. I'm there for like an hour or two, and then I'm sitting at one of the tables, and all the girls want to take a picture together, and
Because of how famous you are?
well, no, not of me, but they wanted somebody to take it. They picked one of the guys to take it, and they had one of those like Polaroid cameras.
Sure.
One of those Polaroid cameras are coming back, or maybe they haven't even ever left, but they had a Polaroid camera there, and they were all using it. It was a great time, and so they're all together for the picture, which means I am now sitting alone at this table. And as they're taking the picture, that guy comes into the back and says, "Hey, what's up?" It plops down across from me on the table, and I go, "Hey, how's it going?" "Nothing, man. Just want to say I love you on the show." And he's kind of drunk,
Sure.
but he's like, "Just love you on the show." And then one of the people from the party, who's like the brother of the girl who's getting engaged, like comes up and goes, "Actually, sorry, this is a private party." He's like, "No, I know him." And then he looks at me, and I go, "I guess," like sure. And then he leaves, and then so the guy leaves, and so the guy's just like, "Yeah, man, just want to say, you're really funny on the show, dude." And then another girl comes up and goes, "How dare you, Gary?" Another girl comes up, "Hey, this is a private party. You gotta leave." And then he's like, "No, I know him." And she looks at me and goes, "You know this guy?" And I'm like, who is he? And I'm like, I guess I kind of know him. I don't really know. I mean, truthfully, I don't know him, but it's kind of weird. And then like a lady working there sees what's going on, asks the guy, nicely, you gotta get out of here. So the guy leaves. Is like, "All right," and just like leaves. And then they're just like, "Man," and people are apologizing, like, "Sorry, yeah, that guy claimed to know you, but you didn't know him, right?" And I'm like, "I guess not. I don't really
They
know."
talked you out of it.
Yeah, I don't really know if I knew him or not.
So what, other than being drunk, what was up with this guy that he was obviously creeping people out?
I guess maybe he had a creepy vibe. And then someone who worked there said, "Oh yeah, he does it all the time. He lies to get like free food and stuff." Which I don't know.
So this guy's got a reputation at this bar.
He must have.
Yeah.
But
But
anyway,
by coincidence, he likes you.
I gotta say that tracks.
that tracks.
Does
Corolla
seem like a pretty real
Corolla
story.
fans like to party. Corolla fans are super nice, and they do want to engage with you if they see you in the wild. And if they've had 5 or 6 IPAs, it can get a little uncomfortable and just a little socially awkward.
Yeah. So
I thought you navigated it well.
thanks. Yeah. But at the same time, it was just weird because I'm not gonna say actually he knew who I was, but I didn't know
Yeah.
who he was. Like that's kind of weird. So I didn't know how to say that. So I just went, I guess I don't really know him. No, I guess you guys made the right decision. I'm gonna go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like
Yeah.
pretty uncomfortable. But I think you did fine.
Yeah, I left. I said bye to him. Whatever. It was a good time.
I mean, he didn't actually do anything to make you uncomfortable. If anything, everyone making the fuss about it was what was making you
that's
uncomfortable.
really
You would have been fine to just have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little. The uncomfort comes in when this guy's asserting, like, no, he's about to vouch for me, and then you're put in that position. That's a little tough.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. But we got through it. I said bye to him on the way out, gave him another high five, and just said thanks, man. He seemed
High fived
okay.
you again?
Yeah.
He was able to do that
See-
while he was handcuffed and pushed up against the squad car? Was it more of a low five?
Yeah, I think that's the only way. Low five behind the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But whatever. Also, took my engagement photos yesterday.
Nice. What was the
Oh.
theme?
I don't know. Was there supposed to be a theme?
No, I just wanted to see what
Okay.
you'd say.
Were you?
I was like, geez, I don't think we had a theme.
Did you look that quizzical in the pictures that were taken? Just wondering.
Yeah.
In each
what
picture.
where am I? What is happening?
Where
right
did you
now?
guys do the shoot?
In my house.
Nice.
Yeah, sit at the house and then around like Long Beach, just walked around.
Did you guys turn the books around on the bookshelf?
No, those stayed.
Okay.
Your photographer's great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We used the same photographer that Gary used for his wedding, Kelsey. And She
did our engagement photos, right?
Yeah, she did
she's
your
awesome.
engagement photos. Yeah. So yeah, she's great. But we did around the house. It was awesome. It's always kind of awkward. She just look at each other,
Yeah.
stay there, and then you just hear the clicks and
Jen, look down.
what
Chris,
do we
look
talk?
up.
Yeah, look down, look up. Or she said, look towards Jen, but don't look at her. I'm like, what does that mean?
You're gonna you hear a lot of shit like that over the course
what
of
does
getting
that
married.
Yeah, so it was a lot of that, and then we had to go to we found a crosswalk that you want to take us walking across. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing:
We did that too.
It's one of those crosswalks that it's just a crosswalk. It's on an intersection,
Sure.
so we would have to stop traffic if we press this button to go walk across, holding hands and taking our picture.
It's a better picture.
It's a better picture. I hate stopping traffic,
Yeah.
especially on my account because it's obviously for a photo shoot, as we have a photographer kind of just snapping us as we're holding hands and laughing, walking across the street and holding people up. We're trying to drive across the street. So after about one time we did it, I looked at Jen and went, "We don't need to press the button. Let's just wait. Let's just wait till it's clear." And she looks at me and she goes, "You hate this." She just knew, because I do hate stuff like that.
Just be somebody's story. Let somebody else tell that story. You're never going to see them again. They'll talk about the ridiculous thing that happened. You gave them a smile.
Yeah.
Not in that moment, but later
Yeah.
when they joke about how they almost ran you over with their friends and everyone laughs at it.
Yeah, so
That's okay.
So we're just waiting for. So I'm just insisting, let's not press the button. So they're just kind of Kelsey's just looking at the other side of the exit cross. I'm looking at Jen, don't press it. I think I see some daylight after 3 cars down, and then 3 cars pass. And we're like, okay, let's go. And then the second we go, a couple behind us starts walking too. So it's not just us in the crosswalk.
Oh, no.
It's a bunch of that stuff, and it's just
It brings
odd.
you together, though,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
guys laughed about it.
Yeah, we did.
That's kind of what it's about.
So we'll see how they look. But
I don't remember it bringing us together.
No?
No, I think that's bullshit.
Gary Talks, you want to proceed?
Yeah, no. Look, we had my wife and I knew each other very, very well. And I am willing to do pretty much anything for the photo, but please don't make me do the same thing 13 times.
What you're saying is that you would do anything for love,
That's
but
right.
you won't do that.
I won't do that. Not over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the next thing.
Meatloaf was a prophet. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how they turn out. But that was kind of my weekend, was just getting ready for these engagement photos, and now that they're
It's happening, buddy.
What'd you wear?
I wore a button up, a short sleeve button up shirt and jeans, I think. Oh, I did do that. Yeah,
Strong move.
yeah.
You bring
changed
different changes? Yeah, there you go.
I brought a different button up shirt, same exact one, but just different color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. At least
How
I know
long
they
was the
fit.
whole experience?
5 hours. Well, Kelsey's our friend too, so she came over, took some pictures, and then we just sat and drank for a while, and then went out and got some pizza, and then took more. It wasn't a whole shoot the entire day.
Which, by the way, that's smart if you're going to do a photo shoot. If you are going to do a photo shoot and you drink, have a cocktail before the photos. You'll be a lot more relaxed, and
Yeah.
it'll come through in the photos.
Yeah, or I'll look like the picture I just showed you guys.
Well, that's why I said one cocktail.
okay. Well, anyway, that was my weekend, and it was quite lovely. So,
Nice.
yeah,
I can't wait
hopefully-
to see 'em.
Yeah, maybe I'll post them if they're good.
Oh, you're posting them.
Oh,
Oh, you're posting them.
you think?
That's adorable that you didn't think you were posting them. You're posting them.
It's just posting. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just Instagram. Matt does
Do
it.
that thing where you do it as a big group of photos. Don't just post one photo at
Yeah,
a time.
if it-
People get really upset by that.
I
What
know.
you-
I need to just keep posting.
What you should really do is
Flood
you should
people's
take
feed.
Yeah.
take all 500 of the images she took and then use one of those apps that will make it into a photo of your face. And then release that.
like the Truman Show poster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jen will
nice.
love it.
Was that the first? Was that the first mainstream thing that did that?
It's certainly
It's up there.
It certainly immortalized that idea. I
'Cause-
don't know if it was the first, but
Yeah, because I remember where I was when I saw that. I was in a movie theater leaving a movie, and I just saw the poster and went, "Oh my god, those are all little pictures."
yeah.
If you go close up, they're all their own separate pictures, but far away it's Jim Carrey's face, and it blew my mind.
I feel like sadly it was probably used in some FBI stop child trafficking kind of poster where they
Jesus,
show all
Matt.
the images. That's usually where you see that stuff first.
Yeah.
Is it? You're saying that the FBI wanted
where are
posters
you
for
walking
child
around?
molesters are usually stylized to be like a cool thing? What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
I'm just saying.
Where are you walking around, dude? What the heck?
I don't work for the marketing campaign for the FBI.
Thank Christ.
Don't ask me these questions.
Jesus.
Did you guys ever get into Magic Eye stuff back in the day? Remember
Oh,
Magic
hell yeah.
Eye?
Totally.
Like, oh, they're two giraffes kissing.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking magic eye were you looking at?
Oh, is that not a? Was that not one? You had to go. My trick is I would go cross-eyed and then look regular. Like, oh, there it is.
Right.
There, oh, it's what Mallrats did the whole thing on
Exactly.
Does Arrested Development have a whole thing on that? On those kind of 3D posters, and like one of the characters can't see it no matter what?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
it. That's
but
Mallrats.
I mean, it's definitely a Mallrats.
I don't know Mallrats. Maybe it's Parks and
Oh.
Rec.
It might have been, but yeah, I don't know why, but just that just reminded me of Magic Eye. That's done, right? Or, like the next generation will have no idea what Magic Eye
No, they still
is.
do like optical illusions and stuff. Stuff like that pops up in my Facebook feed. It's not necessarily like that painted image that those Magic Eyes were famous for having, but I've seen people are still fascinated by optical illusions and things like that. I don't think that'll ever go away.
But Chris, to your point, I think my kid's version of that is going to happen in AR. Where he's going to be like using his iPad to like see like a freaking, spaceship that's around him that you can only see,
Yeah, Gary Jr. puts on the Oculus, and then is reading a Magic Eye book, and that happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm in real deep trouble with this kid because if he gets into tech, which he's going to, like I can already tell he likes, he's always going for our computers and stuff. I'm gonna have to buy a lot of shit. It's gonna be expensive.
Really?
Oh, like you don't already buy all that stuff anyway.
Yeah,
I've
Gary.
held off on some stuff. I don't have a fucking Oculus.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't lost you yet to the
I've
world
held
of
off.
VR.
I've held off on some stuff.
I read an article because they had the Apple event this morning, and they're talking about the new. They announced new AirPods, or at least new like.
Mm-hmm. They basically replaced the entry-level AirPods, so now they're AirPods 3, and then so that the lineup is AirPods, which is the new one, which is AirPods 3. Then there's AirPods Max, and then there's AirPods Pro.
Ooh, too much for me. I used to have AirPods.
Yeah, they get stolen.
They got stolen.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, dude, all my stuff got stolen in Oakland.
How's that GoFundMe going?
The headline. Oh, it was great. The headline was AirPods, or Apple replacing AirPods, which are Apple's flagship earbuds and also a status symbol. Like, and I thought, oh, that is kind of true. AirPods became a status symbol.
Sure, absolutely.
Like, especially among the younger generation. That was like their thing. And like they would laugh at people who had fake earbuds or knockoff earbuds. Although I will say this, and this isn't even a sponsorship, but Ultimate Ears Fits are still my favorite of the earbuds. They just never fall out.
Yeah, I got the new Beats ones, and they're not great.
Yeah. Oh, you did get the new Beats ones. That's
Yeah,
right.
they're $100 cheaper than AirPods Pro were at the time, and that was what I was replacing was AirPods Pro, and I was like, I'll save $100. I won't know the difference. They feel exactly $100 cheaper.
Wow.
The fucking material just feels cheaper. Everything just doesn't feel as good.
I've had Beat headphones as well. Never liked them.
No, me either. I've had like 5 pairs over the years, and they always either broke too easily or whatever.
But they're owned by Apple.
They are now. They weren't at the time. I think they're getting better. Like the Beats like earpods, they work. They feel cheaper, but they work and they do everything they advertise. It's just not as nice as the Apple products, which is, it's like the Lexus and the Toyota thing. Like they have different brands that are for different, price points and different like qualities of premium.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm not really into Beats anymore.
Me either.
I'd rather do Apple.
The AirPods Max are the best thing I've ever bought.
Yeah. Second best thing you've ever bought.
Tesla.
Third best. When did you just get a new computer that you're like super
Yeah.
hyped on? Okay.
I haven't gotten it yet. I don't know if it's good or not.
You
It's
know
got a
it's gonna
freaking
be
notch.
good.
Let me help you out, Gary Talks. Wedding ring.
No, that was
Oh.
expensive, and she knows it. I did not like that.
Oh, okay. How did you choose your band?
My band?
Yeah.
Usually listen to the radio for a little bit and
Yeah.
then just like hum to a musical style.
Yeah, whatever
like,
get you moving a little.
Yeah.
How about your wedding ring, Gary? When did you choose that? Me too, Matt. Like,
I
because
knew-
I have to choose one. I don't know. Like, do I get like Jen's thinking, oh, black one's kind of cool, or the titanium?
What do
or
you mean
do I
for
go
you?
gold?
For you, your
Yeah.
ring.
Yeah. So,
So-
how did you guys choose yours? And I'll use that too.
Well, I'll go
with
first
mine.
because my answer sucks compared to Matt's. I love Matt's answer.
Oh God, I don't know. That's a good answer.
I mean,
pressure.
if what I know about that ring is true, that ring.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, so yeah, Matt's is going to be way better than mine. I just wanted something that wasn't gold or silver. I wanted something in between, and I wanted like a dark gunmetal gray. So I basically went into a jeweler and told him what color I wanted, and he like showed me all these different options, and he was like, "This one you can get for like $2,000, and it's made out of like platinum, and this one's made out of some metal you've never heard of, and it's $21." And I was like, "That one, $21? Fuck yeah!" Because if I ever lose this thing, I'm not going to have a fucking panic attack and lose my goddamn mind. I'm going to pull out $21 and I'm going to call my jeweler and say, give me that exact same fucking thing. Now, let's hear Matt's answer, and you can hear why I made that decision.
At one time, I lost my ring and I lost my goddamn mind, but then I found it again.
And then you
Your mind or
resized
your
it to
ring?
make it smaller.
Both. The reason that I was so upset is because my ring is made from my grandma's wedding ring.
Of course it is.
So both my ring and my wife's wedding ring were both made from like equal parts of my grandma's ring. So mine is a one-of-a-kind kind of piece that I will not be able to replace.
Jeez,
and when the ring was too big, it did fall off my finger without me realizing it, which led to a complete meltdown. And then
a couple days, right?
Yeah. And then several days later, went into the trunk of my car and opened up a reusable grocery shopping bag, which we have to use here in California, and opened up the bag, and like a fucking weirdo movie moment, my ring was just sitting at the bottom of that bag.
Wow.
It was crazy.
And when I say that Matt losing that ring left an impression on me, I am not exaggerating. Like, Matt was shook, and to like watch one of your best friends go through something like that, it was really hard. And I had never felt smarter that like this can never happen to me, because I just picked the $20 one. I don't ever want to lose this ring, and I've never come close to losing it, and I doubt I will ever lose it. But if I do, at least I'm not losing a part of my fucking grandmother or some shit. Like,
Big meaty claws!
I think it's really cool that Matt has that. But
Yeah.
it was also a roller coaster watching him almost lose it.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah,
that
it was crazy.
era. Yeah.
It was crazy.
period
Because
of
I
time.
didn't realize it was off of my finger. Doing the math, it had been at least a full day of me not realizing the ring wasn't on my finger. I just noticed it wasn't on me when I was here at work right at the beginning of the day, and I tore through like 6 garbage bags because I just assumed that it had to be here at work somewhere. Oh, God, that was terrible. Thanks for bringing that one up.
God chooses who will go and who will stay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to go the Gary route because it's more of a symbol.
Yeah, it is. I mean, look,
anything, right?
I don't ever want to talk about my wedding ring. I don't need to. Like, there's no, like, I am married. It's there. I like wearing it. I like the fact that it's always on, but it doesn't need to be special. I see guys that have like diamonds and shit inlaid into them. I'm like, I guess, man. Okay.
Yeah, inscriptions.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just put it.
I'd
on.
put an inscription in here, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that's also pretty easy to do. Okay. Yeah, I think I've taken my notes between I think both sides of the spectrum here, and I think I personally want to go the Gary route, but I don't want Jen to just go, oh, this means nothing to you.
It's
So,
not about it meaning nothing. It's just about
Yeah, she wouldn't do that. I think she'd be down for a ring like that too, and that it doesn't like leave your finger all green or anything because it's a weird metal.
No, it's
real
a
gold.
specific kind. It's a specific metal that like they told me like you've never heard of this metal because it's just like a weird compound, but like it's designed to not react with your skin and like it won't leave any marks. And
It's called faconium.
Faconium.
I have
yes.
noticed that my finger, where on that finger that I wear the ring, my finger has gotten smaller compared to the other hand.
Oh,
It's weird.
okay.
You got the dent. You got the ring dent.
All right. Well, I'll keep you guys updated on what I find out about that too. But anyway, you guys want to do some comments?
Yeah.
Let's keep talking about weddings and wedding rings. What is happening to us?
Well, it's just because I just took my engagement photos, you jerk. Mister, don't get into comments too early. Talk about stuff.
You're right. Maybe I was wrong.
So you guys want to do some comments?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do that.
It's time for listener
Ah, yes, the listener comments. And once again, these are all comments found on our Facebook group page. So it's very easy to join. All you have to do, if you're listening, you're not a part of the groups or our Facebook group, do this. Go to facebook.com/groups/BoboBoyArmy Worldwide LLC. Answer a few questions, and then we may let you in. And as I say, it's my favorite place on the internet.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a-
people don't really, they get intimidated by the fact that they have to answer questions. Just know we're not grading you on your answers.
Yeah.
We just want to, it's like the robot test.
Yeah, it's basically proving that you actually listen to the show, so you're not going to get into the group and start, starting fights about politics or something.
We're
Like,
not
just-
expecting you to know all the inside jokes.
No,
Yeah.
take your best shot, and that's going to get you in.
$100 Insomniac, Chris Locks-Mana.
I
All
mean,
right.
the Facebook group's just the greatest thing in the world, and don't think I didn't notice there's a podcast copying us.
Yeah, and if you get the last
Creeps.
question wrong,
There is? Oh.
if you get the last one wrong because you want to listen to Chris, that's fine.
Yeah.
How dare you? Scott Phillips created a poll.
Poll.
He this one's kind of interesting. He says, which would you politely yell to your wife to not do again?
Uh-oh.
Leave the washing machine running when you leave, or leave the dryer running when you leave?
Neither.
Something
Wait,
must have happened,
I'm very
Scott.
confused about this.
This is a little too particular.
Chris, sorry, what's his name?
Scott.
Scott, you're airing your dirty laundry on the water cooler,
Literally.
and this
Yeah.
is not a good call. Don't yell shit at your wife.
Yeah. Well, he said politely yell to your wife.
No such thing.
Is there?
But he,
No such thing, sir.
the interest-
I'm here to tell you, there's no polite yelling at your wife.
in the interest of this debate, what is he asking? Like, generally, he's asking, what do we think is worse to be left on longer? The
Yeah. Or
washer
when you
the
leave,
dryer?
what would you? Yeah. Which would you?
The washer, you're risking a flood. The
Yeah.
dryer, you're risking a fire. So I would say that the
Oh, I
dryer
see.
is more dangerous.
But I feel like the dryer is more reliable.
It
Like
depends.
I think there are more floods from a washing machine
But
than
how's
fires
your-
from dryers.
But how's your maintenance? You've been a homeowner for just over a year now. How's your maintenance game? When was the last time you checked that exhaust shit, like the exhaust vent for your dryer, and like cleaned out the lint trap, like at the wall, not inside the?
Gary, you know I've never done that.
That's what I'm saying, Chris. You can't be leaving this
You
fucking.
know I've
You're
never
fucking.
done that.
Your house is gonna be on fire by fucking Thursday.
Yeah, but then you could. Oh yeah, when's the last time you checked your pipes? You've went in and you went in your pipes and looked at all of them. See, same thing. You get a flood.
Never been happier. to
When's the
not
last time
own
you
a
checked your
house.
sprinkler system?
I
on the
can
ceiling?
cut. The problem is I can cut out the bottom 9 inches of drywall and all the flooring and replace it. If the shit burns down, I can't.
Right.
I don't think you should leave either of them on when you leave. But the bottom line here is do not yell at your wife, who is probably doing your laundry.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm just saying. I mean, let's be real here.
Scott,
if she's
you're
not
getting called out.
Scott, she's either doing your laundry or your kid's laundry. Either way, you are in fucking danger zone, bro.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. But I don't know. I don't know why I think dryer's okay.
I kind of thought the same thing until Gary brought up the whole fire thing, and then I realized maybe that's a pretty valid argument. But I also just thought, the washing machine, it's like sometimes the water doesn't smell right, It's not working right. The plumbing's
yeah.
not good, you get the egg smell or whatever.
And even if everything goes okay, if you leave the washing machine on, that means you're not putting those things into the dryer after.
so that clothes are,
you're
those
getting
clothes are ruined.
that mildewy
Yeah.
mold smell in those clothes.
Nobody ever complained about their clothes being too dry.
Not me. I'll tell you that much.
I mean,
I vote dryer, Scott.
Really?
Yeah, because if you dry it for too long, that shit'll start to shrink, and then I have to donate my clothes to Chris.
Yeah, I don't see the issue. I don't see the issue. Yeah, I think dryer wins, Scott. Michael P. But if you start a fire, Gary goes to it.
Dude, don't yell at your wife. Don't yell at your wife. She's doing your laundry.
Okay. Michael P. Schoenman says, which Sum 41 video was Loxamana in? It was called Underclass Hero, Michael. And it was a long ass night.
Did you ever get that concert?
Never got the concert. Remember having to call out of work at Macaroni Grill. I was working at Macaroni Grill. Called out because I was just way too tired. It was an all-nighter.
Who had to write their name upside down in your place?
Who knows, but probably didn't do it nearly as good as I can.
Whatever happened to Sum 41?
What do you mean? They're still around.
Are they still around?
I think they're only a 3-piece.
Didn't their lead singer have some really bad personal issues?
Did he?
I thought he had some addiction issues. Maybe I'm confusing him with somebody else.
It is a rock band, so stereotypically speaking, yes.
Yeah.
That probably
Yeah.
has.
No, you're
sure.
thinking of the song In Too Deep. That was just a song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. But yeah,
So it's not his last resort?
No.
Okay.
that's Papa Roach.
Oh, whatever. I got confused. You guys are better with music than me.
I saw the
Childish
singer.
Gambino.
I saw the singer from Papa Roach at a Mexican restaurant. He was sitting there with his family, and I was just shocked. Like, how do I recognize you?
Yeah, how did you recognize him?
I don't know, but I remember just looking like, that's a singer from Papa Roach. And then I went and Googled it, and sure enough, that was him.
That music video was just emblazoned.
How annoying must it be to be a celebrity and like notice people at the other tables like furiously Googling you and then looking up and being like, "Yep, yeah, it's him. I told you, honey, it's him."
He just sees me pass my phone around the table.
Right.
Like, there he is.
Fucking right there, man.
There he is. Yeah. Well, it's
I
a
was
singer from
in-
Papa Roach for me.
When I was younger, I was in an elevator with two of my friends and Tom Everett Scott, who most people would know as the drummer in That Thing You Do.
Sure.
I know him best. Yeah, from that. Yeah, you're right. From
That's
that thing you do.
PTES.
That is P.
I would say.
PTES. Yes, that thing you do.
Anyway, silently.
American
in this-
Werewolf in Paris.
Yeah, that's right. That as well. Dead Man on Campus as well.
PTS just changed.
Silently in this elevator ride of just me, my two friends, and Tom Everett Scott, and all three of us being film nerds, all recognized that that's who that was. And you could feel the temperature in the elevator completely change. None of us said anything. We just, all three of us were just like darting looks at each other. And I could only imagine what poor Tom was thinking. And you could probably feel that nervous energy of just three film nerds who didn't really know what to say.
Yeah.
And then the doors opened up and he exited. I think we all burst out laughing just because there was nothing else to do.
That's why I didn't perform stand-up comedy for him.
Oh, we should have.
in that show, our first show. First off, Tom Everett Scott, also the husband of what's her name in La La Land, the star of La La Land, in Cruella.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
her name? And Easy A.
Woo! Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Sorry,
Yeah,
that
so
took a while.
Emma Stone's husband is Tom Everett Scott, and the reason he was chosen is because the director Damien Chazelle loved That Thing You Do.
Matt, I'm sorry, but I have to dispute PTES. I think
Okay.
it might be Boiler Room.
Nope, it's That Thing You Do.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one.
That Thing You
That
Do
could
is,
be your answer, Gary.
That Thing You Do is nearly perfect. It's almost Dark Knight-esque for me.
Yes.
Oh, it's a perfect movie.
How
Yeah.
clever it is, and just how like it's one of those movies you notice something new every time you see it, where it's just like, oh, that's a interesting joke that they did.
Yeah.
Neaters.
The Oneaters, because they're the one-hit wonders. They don't name the bass player because nobody ever knows the bass player of any band. Like, yeah, just like stuff like that.
It's great.
It's a great one.
Yeah, great little things. And then I was in an elevator once with Michelle Rodriguez from
Fast and Furious.
Fast.
Sorry, Fast 2.
2, Fast 6.
Fast one.
Oh, she's in the first
Oh,
one
yeah.
too. Okay.
She's Vin Diesel's girlfriend.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Sorry.
Fast.
I don't think she is in
She's
two.
in
she's
2.
in. She's
Neither's
in,
Vin Diesel.
She's in 4.
Yeah, Fast 4, Fast
5.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Letty. And I remember I was in an elevator with her, and the only thing that I was able to say was "Loved You" on Lost, which she famously like got kicked off that show because she had crazy drug issues.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I did. I don't know. Yeah, because she had a very short stint on the show Lost, and it was like news why she had to leave the show, and they had to write her out of it, and that's all I could say.
Wow.
Yeah. Foot in my mouth. Same thing with, as I said, when I met Tony Hawk. I said, I loved you on The Simpsons. He had like a one-line cameo in a random episode years prior to that.
I think I may have told you guys I went to high school with Charlie Sheen's daughter. And so he came to one of our like school plays, and I loved like Hot Shots Part 2 was like one of my all-time favorite movies. And I was so nervous. And when I met him, the first time I met him, I said, "You used to be one of my favorite actors."
Well, Matt.
I was just like food, like mouth vomit. It was.
So I remember this one time. It's a little different, but I met Emilio Estevez, and what I did was I said, "Hey, can we take a picture?" And he said, "Yeah." And then me and 3 of my idiot friends formed a flying V, and he looked over his shoulder and was horrified by what was happening. And then we went, "Now!" And someone hit the thing, and now we have a picture.
Yeah, it's a great picture. Caitlin ruined it, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad at him at all for ruining Perfect Flying V.
So close.
All right, let's see here. Joe.
Hey, actually, that picture is right there.
It is. It sure is. Joe.
It feels fun. I see why you guys do it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, it's gonna be very fun next time then.
Uh-oh.
Joe Giacaro.
If you show your engagement photos through the whole next Patreon, I will kill you.
And here this next picture. Joe Giacaro says, I know some of the Boba Boys are into the pop punk scene, so I want to share something cool. He partnered with Newfound Glory to raise some money for a great charity.
Dude, I saw the thing he made. It's really cool.
Yeah. Well, he made Ian Grushka, who is the bassist. I actually know that guy's that bass player's name. He's a bassist for Newfound Glory. Famously always plays without his shirt off, and he was like kind of an overweight dude when he would do it. So
wait, he plays without his shirt off, so he's wearing a shirt?
I was gonna let it slide. But you did say something wrong, so we have to make fun of it now.
He played with his shirt off, without a shirt. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, he played without a shirt. And I remember I've been to a Newfound Glory show where a guy threw my shoe on stage.
A guy threw your shoe on stage? Is that what
you
you're
have
saying?
to know that guy's name?
No, I don't know.
Somebody took your...
Well, I used to like go crowd surfing and stuff, and someone took off my shoe.
Oh, okay.
And I came down without my shoe, and then I just saw a guy chuck it onto the stage, and it gets to the back of the stage.
Now, did you immediately kick off and throw your other shoe away from you? Because I would be afraid that they would discover me with only one shoe and assume that I am the shoe thrower.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of chaos going on. There's like mosh pits, there's people crowd surfing,
Sure.
Other stuff's getting thrown on stage, so not a big deal. And then I thought, okay, I should go get my shoe off the stage.
What? That shoe's gone.
I can see it. It's right there in front of the guy's guitar amp. I'm going to go grab my shoe.
Or you're about to get tackled.
Yes. So, so I thought, because when you crowd surf, they drop you off literally right to the front of the stage where, so I just get dropped off there.
But then there's like a protocol for those bouncers to like move you around and back into the area you're supposed to be in.
That is correct. This is at
I've done
the
some
House
crowd
of
surfing.
Blues at Anaheim. You've done crowd. Wow, Gary.
House of Blues in Anaheim.
Who'd you see that you went crowd surfing for?
I might have crowd. It's too embarrassing.
Please say Papa Roach.
It's an
It's not that embarrassing.
Papa
Come on,
Roach.
dude.
It might have been OAR.
Oh, that's not embarrassing.
I can't remember.
Now I
what
think
that
you're
is.
lying.
What's OAR?
It's like a jam band for white people.
Okay.
Who did you say?
I didn't...
He said Papa Roach.
I
Hopefully.
said, please be Papa Roach. Please be Papa Roach.
Yeah, so it was at the House of Blues at Anaheim. They
Yeah.
dropped me off. Saw my shoe there. Thought, I'm going to grab my shoe real quick. So I propped myself up onto the stage.
In the middle of the show.
Yeah,
I
in the
like
middle of
that
the
Chris
show.
believes that during a rock show where they employ 50 to 100 people to secure the stage and keep the people away from the performers, Chris is like, I'll just stroll up there and grab my shoe. I mean, it's my shoe. It's right there.
I have one
shoe
shoe
guy.
on. It's obviously my shoe. It's like Cinderella. Like they
Yeah.
can look and see that is your shoe. I'll try it on at the end of the night, see if it works, and then my prince will finally come.
But you need to do like a visual like thing, like Dawson's poop squirt, where you like look at the guy, you point at your shoe, then you point at the stage, and this guy gives you a thumbs up. That's the only way you're getting away with this.
It was
just
literally I prop
imagine.
myself up. It's like 2 steps to the shoe, grab it, and I'm off.
You didn't get the first foot down. You tried to take a half a step, and some dude took you out.
Easy peasy. So I go, prop myself up, and proceed to just get ripped off the stage. Like a guy just grabs me, like bear hugs me from the back, and just rips me off the side of the stage, and just is now dragging me. And I'm like, wait, but my shoe, it's my shoe. I'm like just getting dragged away, and I'm like, but it's my shoe. And then and he just doesn't care. Just proceeds to take me all the way to the emergency exit, throws me outside.
Wow.
DJ Jazzy Jeff in the Fresh Prince, and then that's the end of it.
Yeah, that's exactly how I thought that story was going to go.
And
That's
Exactly.
like bucket list,
Yeah,
man.
so my
You're
friends-
living the life.
my friends
My God.
come back after the show. They're like, hey, where were you, dude? I'm like, my shoe. I'm wearing one shoe. It's like, oh, that sucks. Well, you want to go to In-N-Out? I'm like, yeah. So we go to In-N-Out, and my friend's like, I got an extra pair of shoes for you. This guy's like a size 15. So I wore his shoes to In-N-Out, and it looked quite comical.
Yeah, I'm
Is
sure.
there a picture of that by chance?
No.
That could-
No, unfortunately not. But
Bummer, I would have watched this episode.
and I was thinking, that's the one of 2 times where I've actually was dragged out backwards out of a place to get kicked out.
And the other time?
The Marquee Club in Vegas. It's
Go
at the
on.
Cosmo. So
You're going there next weekend.
Are you allowed inside of the venue?
I'm only banned from the Palms. I'm not banned from the Cosmo.
Okay.
So I remember I was going to the Marquee has like bathrooms, but they're all individual bathrooms. They're all solo bathrooms, like all gender, whatever. You just go into any bathroom. They have like a row of them. And I go into one. Kind of reeks of weed,
Sure.
but whatever. Go in the bathroom. I just hear pounding on the door. And I'm like, hold on, wash my hands. I'm washing my hands. I open the door, and the guy's like, you're out. I'm like, what do you mean? You're smoking weed in there. You're out. I'm like, no, that's not me. It was. This place smelled like weed when I walked in. No, you're out.
Typical answer.
Yeah, but like that's completely true. And then so two guys now turn me around and they proceed to drag me backwards, like each of their arms going under my armpit, and they're just dragging me backwards. And I'm like, wait, no, because all my friends are still in there, and
Yeah.
I'm just getting dragged out. Like, no, wait, I swear I didn't test me, like do any test you want. Like I'm not high, I didn't smoke or anything. And then one security guard just whispers in my ear, I know it wasn't you. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, we got to kick someone out. I know it wasn't you, though. I'm sorry. And then they just tossed me out.
Wow. Did they give you like a chip for the casino or
Nothing.
anything for your troubles?
Nothing. They just tossed me out and just pretend not to know me after that. And then got a hold of my friends. They left. They came out. They left once I got kicked out. Like, all right, we're out here too. F this.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends said, that was me. We smoked weed. So I guess ultimately the club got what they wanted.
Yeah, so they definitely saw that guy going in and back to your group, and then you left, and they just tracked somebody from that group.
Who knows? But yeah, it wasn't me, but I knew the guy who it was.
Yeah.
And there you go. Got kicked out of the Cosmo. Not banned, though. Not banned. Danny Feynman says, my wife was looking for a picture on my phone and came across the my Christmas picture, my awkward Christmas picture. There's two of me.
Yes.
Yeah, so a lot of people like that photo. I'm sure it'll make a comeback come holiday season. I might be taking a new one. Who knows?
Are you not going to read the rest of the comment where the guy explains that he's planning to have it made into a shirt that he's going to wear to the meetup?
Oh, no, I wasn't going to read that. Yes,
Well-
she was extremely concerned. I explained that I was going to have it made into a T-shirt for when I go to Vegas.
It's fucking awesome. Chris is going to half sell that comment.
I don't want to talk about me too much. I explained that I was going to have it made into a T-shirt for when I go to Vegas with to hang out with the guys from a podcast that I listen to, and she's more concerned now than before that explanation.
She should be, and so will be the chef at the Benihana table when he sees that you're wearing a shirt and the guy's sitting right there.
Are we going to Benihana? And I just got really
I
excited.
thought we were going to do a show from there.
Okay, let's do it. I don't know what's going on. Matt, what's the tally say?
Well, again, after that first piece of paper, I have really lost track, so we're definitely approaching like 50 or 60, though. It's going to be a banger.
pretty crazy meetup. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And if anybody's still interested, please just let us know that you're interested. We're gauging interest still. I think it is going to happen
It's happening.
next year.
We just
And-
got to get the details going.
Yeah, but
Parker, I'll hit you up.
Yes. Leslie Hoffbauer says,
What's up, Leslie?
Hoffbauer.
Leslie says, the worst litter, Matt Fondelier,
Yeah.
is chewed gum.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I didn't understand this comment.
Did we talk about worst litter?
I don't
talking
know
about
if we
litter?
did either, but you know, I think it was just a conversation starter. We could discuss the worst types of litter. Somebody later in the comments suggested cat litter, which I thought was a fun
funny.
play on words.
It's a fun playing words, but it is not nearly
There's
the worst
nothing
litter. Kitty litter
worse.
is actually a great invention.
It's a great invention, and again, you'd have to argue just straight out of the bag, kitty litter. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So what you're talking about is shit, which I would agree. I don't want to step on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think poop is the worst kind of litter.
See, I think it might. Gum is a strong one because what you end up here with is destruction of other property.
Yes.
You can destroy a pair of shoes, and as someone who loves shoes, that can be a real problem. Like if I was, that would ruin my day if I stepped in gum in like a nice pair of shoes.
Now let me suggest another kind of litter that is so foul it even contains the word litter in it. Glitter.
Oh, glitter is
Wow.
a pretty bad litter.
You know who we should call? We should call
Mariah
Mike.
Carey?
We should call Mike Chaffee because I believe just over the weekend his daughter dumped a pound of glitter in his driveway.
Oh,
And there is video of him blowing it at her with a leaf blower. He was very positive about it, and he was like, at least it was outside, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was an aggressive amount of glitter that is now all over his entire property.
Before I moved to where I've been living in our old place, we had gotten a balloon that had like birthday glitter. It was like a clear balloon that had glitter in it as well. And that balloon got popped. And I'm telling you, when we moved out of that place 3 years later, we were still finding pieces of glitter, even though we had attempted to clean it all up.
Do you guys have anyone in your life who's fond of like glitter or the less egregious confetti in a like greeting card?
I don't. I've never had friends that went the extra step like
To
that.
sprinkle it in the card.
Sprinkle it in the
Yeah,
card
I've seen
so
that
that
before.
if the person who's opening it is not expecting it and is willy-nilly about it, they have confetti and shit all over their
Everywhere.
entire house. And if you have like let's say you have hardwood floors, it can be like impossible to get them up and like pick each piece up.
Yeah.
A lot of people in my family are fond of that.
I bet producer LL is a big fan of that.
She is, and then to an even greater degree, one of my sisters is insane with stuff like that.
Oh, but I'm with Matt. I think glitter is the worst litter. I never really thought about that, but it just doesn't go away, and it's annoying, and you always notice it.
To be fair, though, glitter as litter is really only seen in the home. It's not like I'm driving on the freeway and I look and I see a bunch of glitter on the side of the road and I'm like, fucking California, no one's cleaning this up. Like, that's not the litter that you see on a daily basis like you would like a McDonald's
styrofoam cups.
wrapper. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
But as someone who lives in a domicile that you're trying to keep clean and civilized, there is no greater pest.
How would you react if you saw a bunch of glitter litter on Twitter?
Frankly, I would be in the shitter.
There you
Yeah,
go.
but I'd probably hire a babysitter to deal with it because I'm busy that night.
What do you think babysitters cost these days?
$100
One fitter?
For how long?
Oh, I guess for the night, I would say the night $250.
Holy crap.
So
I'm
you're saying if I'm going to see to the Outback Steakhouse and to see a movie and I'm leaving at 6:30 and I'm going to be back by 9:30 or 10, $250. You're saying $75 an hour.
Yeah,
No way. $20 an hour.
I think that's what they're costing. these days.
$20 an hour. 25 maybe if it's someone you trust.
I don't know. Is this a professional or is this like my niece that turned 13? It's like, okay, you can be alone.
Yeah, that's a great question, I guess.
That's a fair point. I mean, I don't know that there's that much different. I think the niece is charging a premium these days. I think it's somewhere in between what you guys said. I think that it's more than 25 an hour, but I think that it's definitely less than 75 an hour.
So 50 an hour. That seems fair. Maybe it is 50 an hour.
50 an hour.
So
So if I go out to dinner for like 2 hours, I got to drop an extra Ben Franklin when I get home? No way.
Then these people have minimums. Matt, I'm telling you, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, for me to go to the movies is now $600 endeavor. If I want to go see No Time to Die, then I better work for 2 weeks beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Oh, my God.
I forgot you still have to pay for stuff when you're going out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's not getting cheaper. You heard all this supply chain bullshit?
No.
I mean, whatever.
I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't
Prices are going up.
The only reason I said that much is because Kalen was looking for a babysitter and he got
Quoted that?
something insane. And that's why it was stuck in my head.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what we're dealing with here. Is sort of people can name their price.
Did you guys ever babysit as teens?
No.
Yeah, great way to make money.
Fun experiences? Any fun memories from that time? Or was it mostly terrible?
No, it was a lot like what Adam said. It was like, I usually did it in my own neighborhood, so the people were generally nice enough to leave like 10 or 15 bucks to order food, so I'd just order a pizza and watch TV.
Yeah, just watch their TV, eat stuff out of their fridge, maybe have their cordless phone and call your friends on their
Yeah.
dime.
I didn't have any of those, but
Friends?
yeah.
Oh, no.
It was a rough.
You have a lot of cordless phones, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just no one to
Just
call.
collect
Just no
all
one
the
to call.
cordless phones.
Just
I definitely babysat a lot because my little sister had my little sister is like 6 years younger than me. So all of her friends, her parents would always be like, "Oh, just have have
Matt'll do it.
yeah, Matt'll do it."
It's Friday night. You need someone that's
Matthew's
free.
got nothing to do.
Yeah. So
Were you the cool babysitter? It's like, hey, guys, parents aren't here anymore. You do whatever you want.
I was probably not that guy.
Sounds like a cool babysitter. That sounds like a criminal. especially
Cool to
when
the
you
kids.
do
I was always
especially
very-
when you do it in that voice.
Cool to the kids. Wait, what? Something wrong with this?
I was always very respectful of whatever the parents' rules were going to be, but I wasn't like going to be a hard ass or anything like that if the kids
Yeah, I'm not.
didn't want to go to sleep right away or
Don't
something.
worry, kids. I'm not going to be a hard ass or anything.
But I also
I'm
just
cool.
think, I'm not a parent, but
I'm
putting
not a parent.
myself in the mind of a parent, the idea of having like some 15-year-old watching my kid is it's kind of scary. I would rather, I guess, pay that premium to have some like weird old lady do it.
I don't know, Matt.
Some weird old.
I think it really depends on the 15-year-old because
Well, that's true. I mean, I was a very responsible adult, but or a very responsible teenager, but I don't think as an adult you necessarily know that.
You don't. But here's the thing that you start to notice when you become a parent is
What becomes apparent when you become a parent? I was just doing wordplay. Keep going.
I liked it. Here's what becomes apparent after you
without a
become
shirt.
a parent.
Thank you.
Is you start to watch babysitters with other people's kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, I was on vacation over the dark week, and we were at like a hotel, and some other parents had hired a babysitter through the hotel, and I happened to observe that woman taking care of these kids because we were all at the same playground together. This woman did not give a fuck. These kids were doing the most dangerous shit in the world, to the point that I was jumping in and stopping them because it was just not cool. And eventually she kind of looked at me and was like, kids are going to be kids. If they fucking crack open their heads, so be it. And I was like, wow,
You gotta learn
you
somehow.
need to be arrested, woman. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So it's just, I don't know. I would rather, if I knew the 15-year-old and I trusted him, I'd take him over a random older person.
I just had a thought.
Weird old lady.
I'm just saying, man.
First of all, the weird old lady thing is a memory of mine because when I would travel with my family and they would go to we go to Vegas or something and my parents want to go out for the night, the hotels, you could always contact the hotel to provide a babysitter for the night. And it was always a fucking weird old lady.
Right.
I have so many memories of that as a kid.
That is exactly.
But here's the thought that I just had. Now we live in the era of reality TV. Why is there not a best babysitter in America? We need to have a babysitter reality show. I want some hidden cameras. I want some kids doing crazy shit. And let's find out what it takes to be the best babysitter.
That's a brilliant idea for a show.
If we're going to do this,
Mr. Cuban, come back here.
Mr. Cuban,
Matt.
one more word, please.
I love this. But here's my only thing that I would say is you have to produce it in concert with Chris Hansen's production company because there's going to be some people trying to get into this show for the wrong reasons. So you need the spin-off of the We Caught a Predator trying to get into our game show about babysitting children.
Sure. I understand that it's
To catch a babysitter, if you will.
I don't want to make it all about
Money,
being
please.
a child predator. So
Just marginally.
no, I think because the interview process, they'd have to get by that too,
Yeah.
right? When you do it,
Sure.
yeah,
Casting.
That's
So you're here to babysit. What's at the wine coolers?
Don't worry, I'm just I'm one of the cool ones.
God.
You guys want to do a few more comments and
Sure.
then we'll get out of here? So
Yeah.
we have a lot more. So we'll
Just
just
keep
maybe
doing them.
So let's just do a few more.
Let's do a couple
Power
more.
through.
All
Don't
right.
do any of the ones that are like, first. We don't need to hear that one.
That's more of the Patreon.
that's
the
true.
Patreon crowd. Rob Collier says the Ian Bag episode is phenomenal. I love the ridiculousness of the show, but someone coming to the show with fresh eyes has to be confused AF.
Yeah, that was what the allure was of having a comic mind on the show who doesn't know what we do.
And a professional comedian was pretty cool to have on the show.
Yeah, it was great.
And I thought he just was perfect. He was a perfect
was.
fit. And yeah, well, I'm back on anytime. It was a blast.
I think it helps that he knows you. You've interacted with him before,
Yeah.
and the fact that he and I have built a rapport, I was fairly comfortable with just letting him into the world without really telling him much.
Yeah, his reaction to us barking
It was
great.
great. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
his-
was like he couldn't believe that it was real.
It was like, I think I've used this term before, but it was like he had a childlike wonderment about the fact that this was a real thing that we're really doing and we're all taking seriously. He was loving it.
Well, he and I continue to do episodes of Sword and Scale Rewind, which is out every Sunday. Check out that show because Ian is unhinged on that show as well.
I'm good. Everybody loved him. I think it was a unanimous thing. Everybody loved Ian sitting in. In fact, Alvaro Zaragoza says, what are the chances Ian Bag joins a Facebook group after the sit-in?
Oh.
Just because Dawson is yelling as he listens to this. Alvaro Zaragoza.
Oh, yeah, because Dawson is listening to this.
No, it's definitely not, but whatever.
But yeah, look, I'd love if Ian mixed it up in the Facebook group. Let's
I
get him
know
on.
he's on social media. He tells me about how he watches deaf magicians on TikTok.
What? Why?
I don't know. But
How do
that's
you get that
something-
into your algorithm?
He has told many stories about it. He's fascinated by it.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yep.
But I could see myself being fascinated by that.
Has he
too.
ever sent you a link?
No, I'm not on TikTok.
That you don't need to be on TikTok to watch TikToks.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
That's true.
Ask him to
but
send you a
I think
link.
you need to be on TikTok to explore TikTok, to like search for things.
Right, but I'm saying that's why if you have Ian just deliver you
Do you
like
want
his
me to
own
text him right
curated.
now? We have a few minutes. Maybe he'll get back to me with one.
I'm kind of interested.
Yeah, we could do it next. Let's do it for Patreon.
I think we're
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
I think we're
let's
good.
do it for Patreon.
Just tell him to text it directly
Speaking
to
of
me.
deaf people, Devin Watson says, "Okay, so I'm a little behind the times, but I'm finally catching up on my movie nights with the Bobo Boys."
I was gonna say, wow, we have a deaf comment. Okay.
Yeah, maybe I had a deaf
Makes sense.
segue. I could not stop laughing, so I had to pause the picture show because of one Gary Patrick Smith saying, quote, "This chick's over here deaf as fuck." Devin says, "Do yourself a flavor and get that mall money because the movie nights are worth it."
Yeah,
Gary, you said that?
I don't know. I was
Gary's-
really angry. I said a
Gary's
lot of
mind
stuff.
was broken after about 15 minutes of that movie.
I did not like that movie. It was not a fun experience for me.
It was a great experience. If you want to be a part of it, please sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/watercooler. And also, not to discourage you from signing up for the Malo Money tier, I think you can get the movie without doing
You
the
can.
Malo Money. You can just throw us a couple shekels, as one of the legends used to say.
You can, but you also sign up for the mall money because Chris talking reckless in the meetups.
Stop teasing it that way because in the next meetup, they're like, "Chris, spill some tea, baby." And I got nothing. Maybe
But they're cool. You can just
Yeah.
spill some tea.
Yeah, they're cool,
They're
right?
cool, right?
Yeah, everyone's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
cool.
Tammy Neely. This one had a lot of comments on it, but it said, "Anyone else feel bad for Chris? Adam kind of treats him like a redheaded stepchild. You're a great guy, Max Zapata."
I feel bad for you.
Sure, a lot of people feel bad for me. In fact, that is one of to my chagrin, it is one of the most frequent comments I get, where shit like, they'll just come up to me and go, "Oh, man."
It's almost impossible to hear it when you're in it, when you're the target and you're taking it. But August said to me one day when I was not in the middle of it, "It's all content." And he said it in such a matter-of-fact way that I think back on that because it's like at a certain point, if you're going to be in this business with a comedian whose like skill is exploding on people, you just got to take your lumps sometimes.
Yeah, and I do, and a lot of it is like for the show. I mean, the thing about Adam is at least not to any of us really. He doesn't hold grudges if something happens. Like he's not one to just hang on to something for that long. Like we just move on. Like, okay, moving on. Let's just.
Yeah,
and that's
totally.
kind of like his MO too. So
Yeah.
you don't have to feel bad for me. I'm okay. I'm a big boy figuratively, and I can take it. All
Thanks
right.
for doing that. Saying figuratively.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
And
I was
lastly,
mid-sip anyways. I wasn't going to be able to go for it.
it's funny. I play a song like when I do acoustic shows. Every once in a while, I throw in cover songs, and one of them is called, I forget what it's called, but it's by an artist called The Tallest Man on Earth. Yeah. So there you go. And I always feel weird when I'm like, this one's by The Tallest Man on Earth, and then Hatch just go like ironically played by me or something, just because I can't not.
should
But
pause.
Well, you've
and
met the
say-
tallest man on earth, right?
the tallest American.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. His
That's all
name's
that
George.
matters.
If you start playing the song, you say, "This is by the tallest man on earth," and then you pause and you go, "I didn't write it."
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
I
That's
might
all
do
you
that
need.
next time. Thank you, Matt. Punching up my sets. I love it.
It's a great bit. That's going to
Alex,
get a laugh 10 times out of 10.
yeah.
I think so.
All right.
Should I
Try
say it with the right swagger, though?
Yeah. But yeah, well, I usually cry when I do it.
I think you'll still get the laugh.
Okay. Alexander Gaxiola, that's a cool name, says, "I voiced to text my buddy the other night while my wife was sitting next to me. When I finished, my wife was sitting next to me. When I finished sending the text, she leaned over and whispered, 'You're old. That's it. I'm 35. I'm using this feature more than texting. It's way faster. Where does the Bobo Boy Army stand on this?'"
Well, first things first, your wife is a lot nicer than one of the gentlemen who's on the Malo tier and was yelled at during one of our Malo Money meetups. But I think the voice text is fine, but you are old. That's an old person move.
And you know what it's been doing lately, I think, with like the newest update, is it says sent with Siri dictation. Like there's like a
Oh,
little
come on,
note
Siri.
at the end of it.
It's been
Taking
saying
credit
that for a while.
fucking
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, so like so I know when people do it to me now.
Yeah, me
And
too.
I'm like, oh.
I enjoy that. I enjoy that feature. Knowing, because it's like, but there does need to be a little bit of context because anytime you do it using CarPlay, it says that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like, come on. Like, I want people using the car voice to text feature. That's where I use it most often.
Yeah.
If someone texts me while I'm driving, my car will read it to me and then I will speak the response.
That's great.
Because I don't want to be distracted.
Yeah. So, a couple things. First off, the fact that they now tell you that it was voice dictated, it does a couple things. One, it tells you that you can make fun of them for being old. Two,
Sure.
if there are errors, you can kind of put that together. Like, oh, okay, he must have meant this,
Right.
Or oh, I won't be mad that he said the N-word because he just Siri thought that he said it, right? So
What the fuck?
oh, sorry. I mean, like, you're just like said anything wrong, like
Yeah.
or oh, he said ducking, but I know he meant the
Yeah.
So it's just like whatever.
Much better example.
Yeah, just whatever
Christ.
Siri, whatever.
Press! Press!
Also,
Press!
or
Press!
it's kind of how emails that are say sent with iPhone.
Yeah.
It just kind of gives you that leeway of like, oh, okay, these typos because you typed out this thing.
I
on your phone.
don't like the word leeway. Can we do like a hard reset and go back like 5 minutes and go back to the fucking comments?
Let me transition away from all of this here. Speaking of texting, something that I've noticed, I would never do the voice to text, but I was telling Gary about this off air. I recently discovered with my Roku TV that I could get the Roku app on my phone and turn my phone into a remote control.
Yeah.
Now, the most incredible benefit of that is that when you have to type in your username or your password,
Yes.
instead of using the arrows and the OK button to just do this one
Not to
letter
mention
at a time,
the capitals and the alphanumeric and
it's insane. But what I've started to do is I'll use my regular remote, but anytime I have to search for something, I will open up the app on my phone and just text that shit. And I've never done the voice to text, but that could be a function of that. If I could actually just shout at my TV through my phone, I would probably do that.
I use that app every time I have to type in the and like an email or login or anything like that because it is annoying to have to scroll through one by one each letter when you can just type out your password in your email.
I mean, I just started doing that probably
Can I blow your mind a little
3
bit more?
months ago. Well, please do. And I bring it up as a life hack for any listeners whose mind's being blown right now that you could do that.
If you want to watch TV but have it quiet, your AirPods actually work in the remote, so you can actually listen with your AirPods to the TV while and it works as headphones for the TV.
Interesting.
Yeah, like your Bluetooth. Yeah,
Plugging in headphones all the time. All right, cool.
yeah. So if you want to watch something and your wife is trying to sleep or something, or you don't
Yeah.
want her to hear, you can actually just listen to it perfectly.
Through that remote
Through the
control
remote,
app or
yeah.
whatever on the phone.
Yeah.
now what you guys are talking about is through the Roku TV and through the Roku app, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's built into your TCLs.
Exactly.
If you don't have one of those TVs, but you want all the features that Matt and Chris are talking about, it's not the cheapest, but Apple TV does all of that and does it even better if you have an iPhone. Like anytime I come near somewhere where I could enter text or a password, I just get an alert on my phone that says click here. Like I don't even have to be in the app. It just immediately will take me there.
Wow.
And yeah, AirPods with your TV, that's a game changer.
Yeah, yeah. See, so there you go, Matt. Anyway, so also when you speak, when you sign emails, circling back. No, all right. Well, there you go. I think that does it for comments. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. There's really nothing to do but bail at this
Kind of
point.
a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, that's the point of this show. It's just
Yeah.
a big roller coaster. All right, well, that will do it for Watercooler. Okay, so I have a lot more comments here. Maybe we'll just hit those in the Patreon show later this week, in addition to our Patreon comments.
I mean, are there really good ones? You want to just do one or two more? I mean, I get it. You're trying to wrap. You got places to be.
Dude, I know. You don't want this to end either.
Yeah.
This is just too nice.
It is
the key
nice.
3.
We get to spread out. I think, honestly, more so than anything, just the physical space of not having.
5 of us.
There are a lot
Yeah.
of dudes on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nice. All right, let's do one more,
It's
Matt.
a lot of dong.
Let's do one more. Let's see. Okay.
Make it a good one, though.
Oh, they're all great.
Well,
They're
then
all great. Let's see.
do
Okay.
3 of them.
I'm
okay.
just saying, Gary and I opened up another round of claws a few minutes ago. So,
I'm in no rush.
Jake Zerby says, any Boba Boy Army Dodger fans? Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
I think all of us are, including Dawson. Caitlin's probably rooting for him,
I
too.
think
They're just,
Dawson's
hometown
an
guys.
athletics fan.
He is, but he's
is.
rooting for the He announced that he was rooting for the Dodgers because obviously the A's aren't in it anymore.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Aren't in it at all. So, yeah, good. And Matt, are you going to win some money if the Dodgers
people,
win?
Might know that my dad and I put money on the Dodgers every single year to win the World Series, which never, ever, ever paid out until last year. And frankly, I was just so elated by that entire thing that I was like, I just want to go out on a high note, baby. So I did not bet on them this year. Neither did my dad.
Oh.
And based on last couple games, maybe it's for the best. But we still got faith, baby.
Still, yeah.
Did they lose game 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough to come back from that.
Yeah. But
It's possible they came back from 3-1 down last year.
Yeah.
Crazier things have happened.
Same team.
Yeah, so I played during Game 5 of the Giants Dodgers series. I was playing a show that night, and when you guys were doing the Patreon show, actually.
So for any listener who's not a baseball fan, that's an elimination game. Whoever
yeah.
loses goes home, and their season is over.
And for other listeners, the Patreon shows are the shows that we all really commit to doing and make sure we're there for no matter what happens.
Yeah, so I had a show in Huntington Beach,
Unless
very
we can
far.
make money some other way while
Yeah.
still getting paid for doing the Patreon.
I left early. I was still late. It was just
You didn't leave early enough.
yeah. I didn't leave early enough. It took me like 2 hours to get there. Anyway, we're playing the show and we have TVs facing us. So I'm just like watching this game because it was a great game. It really went down to the wire. And there was a beam.
It was a boring game, but it was exciting.
Yeah, it was exciting. Yeah, just high tension the whole time.
High stress. For
And
sure.
there's a beam kind of covering the score and the inning and all that. So I'd have to while I'm singing, I'm just bending over, trying to like watch, like see where we're at in the game. I might not have been the best entertainer, so I would suggest coming out to the Pike this Friday to see some real.
Unless
see some
there's a
real
Dodger game
playing.
on.
Yeah, unless there's a Dodger game on. I hate playing baseball games because people clap, and I think it's for me, and it's never for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that was a cool.
I mean,
cool
what's
vocal
convincing
note I
you that
hit.
it's not for you? Can you just block out the part of you that thinks it's not for you?
Well, when they're clapping, they're looking up at the TV.
Yeah, but you could still just be like, wow, they love my music so much, their eyes have rolled back. Over
Oh,
their head.
yes.
They're looking up.
Yeah,
when
Chris,
they
just-
shout "Go Blue," you go, "I'm wearing a blue shirt tonight. They must be talking about me."
Yeah, Chris, just disassociate. That worked out great in the Joker.
And
Not
last-
a comedy, by the way.
Not a
not a
comedy.
comedy.
Yes, for those who are worried about it, yeah, don't throw that one on if you're looking for the chuckles.
How about this? Taryn Acker says, "Forgive me if this has been discussed already, but what is the correct way to eat string cheese? Do you string it or do you just bite right into it? My wife
You
bites
fucking monster.
right into it, and I
Bites
find it
into it.
disturbing. String it all day." Taryn, this has been discussed because we have string cheese in our fridge all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've met murderers.
yeah. Dawson,
It's
Dawson
right
bites
there in the
into it.
fucking name.
But I think Dawson's hungover when he just comes in, just pulls it out.
He can't
just,
read. He
just-
can't read
just-
the word string cheese because his eyes are squinted from
Yeah.
the hangover.
Yeah, so I think Dawson just bites right into it. I string
Sure.
it because I feel like it lasts longer and I find it fun.
Well, it's not string cheese unless you string it. Then you're just eating a cheese log.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not called cheese logs.
And more cheese needs to be stringy. Like I don't want to just peel that one
That's
piece.
a good
of,
point. Why is it just the one white one? Why can't we have? Well, I guess
Yeah.
you can kind of do like.
And why can't they make mega ones like where I could pull a big old string?
Oh shit!
Imagine that.
Foot long.
I just have a big string like you know how in like Spain they have that ham that just sits out and you just cut like a slice off and you just
Sure, the Iberico.
yeah, that's really good. I love
yeah.
that stuff. They just have like a cheese in the fridge.
Yeah,
just
you
like
can
come in,
reach
just
into.
grab a string, leave, just whenever I want it.
String cheese that's the size of a canoe.
Yeah, you guys hungry? You got some? Yeah, help yourself to a string off my mega cheese over there. Yeah, that'd be a great host.
Yeah.
if I did that. And then I got one more food thing here. Jake Zerby, he has a segment request for Shay Fondley, but we could just talk about it now. Combine your love of food and movies. What meals or food items have you seen in movies that you'd really like to try in real life? For example, the Bangarang meal in Hook, that fake blue paste and all that
Yeah.
goop.
Sure.
Says, I always want to try that. And the sauce Ray Liotta was making at the end of Goodfellas
That was
really good.
That was exactly what I was about to bring up.
When he was all yacked out of being chased by the cops. Yeah, that sauce looked really good. Any Italian food, I think, just looks awesome in movies. Cartoon food, I've always said. Cartoon pizza, extra cheesy, extra gooey. I'm all for that, too.
So I'm looking at my phone right now because I was trying to figure out the name of this dish. There's a great movie called Big Night. That's like a drama about two chef brothers that have this Italian restaurant. And the big night is the night that this critic is going to come to the restaurant and they are going to make the ultimate Italian meal, and that's what's going to save their business. And they create this dish called the timpano, which as I'm reading right here, is a sort of refined ziti, which is encased in a shell of pasta, baked, and then unmolded. So it's like this giant. It's like a pasta wrapped in a giant thing of pasta. It just sounds amazing. It's like a turducken of pastas.
Yes. That's not real.
That's the first thing that comes into
That sounds like
into
it'd
my
be
mind.
real. It should be real.
It is real.
It's real. I'm
It's a
looking
real
at it
thing.
right
That's
Yeah, I
what
think
I'm
Matt
talking about.
D'Andrea's brother makes that every
There's a
year.
picture of it right there. It looks like a wheel of pasta, like encased in cheese. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it looks
It
amazing.
looks so good.
Okay.
And of course, they make one in the movie, and it's a very like a fun foodie movie.
How can we get one of those? Where do
Put
they
it out to the listeners. Let's
Yeah.
go.
We'll send our P.O. box. Please send your finest.
Not to the
Timpano.
PO box. You got to send it to the building.
Sign up for our Patreon. We'll give you the private address.
We don't check that PO box often enough.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't. Yeah, please don't send food there. You could send food there if you think it'll
Don't
last
send
long enough.
fish.
Also, I know that having pizza is like a very common thing, but you can't tell me that when you watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Secret of the Ooze, the opening scenes of that movie, when Kino is trying to deliver a pizza and he gets beat up by the Foot Clan, the bites of that pizza look better than any pizza on the face of the earth. Like cinematic pizza is probably better than most regular pizzas.
Yeah. Yeah, and more pizza needs to be cinematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Pizza and timpano.
Yep.
Italian. I told you, it's going to be Italian.
Definitely.
Italian food just looks awesome. All right. Those were our comments. Thanks, everybody, for writing in. Really appreciate you and being a part of the Facebook group.
Yeah.
And just
Whoa.
being a part of the show.
Long show. Look at that.
Thank
Well,
you.
I'm-
I actually ended on time, Matt, but you wanted to keep it going,
I just
Mr.
love being
Newclaw.
with you guys.
Look, it's minus 5 minutes, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're still doing all right.
I want a special thanks to Devin who called into Ace on the House and barked. That was really
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
That was a
Thank
good
you,
one.
Devin. Appreciate it. And
That was hilarious.
so, yeah, next show we'll do a Shay. I'm sure Kaylin will have a flickin'.
Yeah, I got a hell of a shave for you guys.
I watched that
Another
movie Free Guy.
Did you? I read that was going to be free on Disney Plus, and it's not.
Oh.
And I don't want to watch it now until I can find it for free.
Well, it's like available for rental for like $4.
I know.
Not worth
But I
it.
heard it was going to be free, and it's
like-
called Free Guy.
Yeah,
and I'm taking a
exactly.
fucking
It's like a
stand.
fraction of what a babysitter would cost if you don't have to leave. And I loved it. And then
Loved it.
There's
yeah.
going to be a sequel.
Oh, there should be. And I remember I tried to get Jen to watch it. She fell asleep. She didn't really. Well, she hated Ready Player One. Well, she didn't hate it, but she didn't really care for it.
Wrong.
Yeah, incorrect.
Yeah, it's all great, but it's hard. I guess because we're so into video games. Like it's just you see the video game thing, like, I'm out.
Now, how do you feel about? Did you ever read Ready Player One? Because I didn't. I just experienced it as a movie, and it was one of my favorite movies. But there has since been a new book called Ready Player Two.
Yep. I read the book.
Have you read Ready Player Two?
I've read Ready Player One. When I heard that Spielberg was going to make a movie out of it, I immediately wanted to read the book.
Okay.
And I thought the book was great, but it's very different from the movie in that the video game references are for the most hardest core of old school video game players. It's like Atari games. That's what Ready Player One is. It's not the IP that's all over that movie. So having read the book first, I was a little bit surprised at how little I understood the games that they were talking about. And then when I saw the movie, I had sort of an increased enjoyment of it because it was celebrating the games that I really loved.
Yeah.
Having said that, I'm sure that Ready Player 2 is a sequel to the book, not a sequel to the movie.
Right.
Therefore, probably not a great book to read unless you've read the first one.
I'm really surprised that a guy who doesn't watch trailers or won't finish a trailer, like you hear Steven Spielberg's producing or directing a movie, you go out and you're like, I got to read the book.
I don't normally, but it was like about video games and stuff, and I was like, oh, that sounds really cool to me.
Also, I'm not that surprised because Matt has spent a lot of his life reading screenplays.
That's true. I've done that a lot too.
Did you guys watch the new Batman trailer?
No.
I did.
Did you finish it?
I did.
Oh.
Not a good sign.
Uh-oh. I don't. Kaylin thought it looked pretty badass.
He did. That's why I watched it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care about that movie. I don't see it being good. I think the chances of it being good are extremely razor thin.
Yeah.
Will this make you feel better? Because I read a comment about it that Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson.
Paddington Bear.
Robert Paddington Bear. He in this movie is actually older than Christian Bale was when he filmed The Dark Knight.
Whoa.
What his character is?
No,
Or
like the actor.
That's kind of crazy.
No.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why should that make me feel better?
Because it's just like it's not
Makes
some
me feel
kid.
worse.
It's not some kid. It's like, oh, this guy's an established
It's
man.
the guy from fucking Teen Wolf.
See that, but he's not a kid. And it's Twilight.
I know.
And Taylor
I
Lautner was
think
a wolf.
all the casting looked pretty cool, but like I told Kaylin, I was like, I got as excited as I could ever get about Batman movies. It's done.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't need another.
We've
dark,
already
gritty
have
Batman. I'm
we've
good.
we have PB. We
Yeah.
already have PB.
Exactly.
It's PBM.
Is it Batman? Well, no, it's PB.
I think BM is pretty funny.
PBM is Hattie B's. Just kidding. All right. Well, anyway, let's get our plugs.
SHP or SYP.
Okay. I might have some Hattie B's in Vegas. Ooh, the return. Let's get our plugs in
Sure.
GTFO. All right. Let's start with Matt. Matt, what do you got?
Well, again, it's Halloween time. If you want to listen to something scary, I suggest Sword and Scale. It's a true
Yes.
crime podcast. That show just released its 200th episode, which is pretty dope. I co-host and produce the after show, Sword and Scale Rewind, which if you listen to older episodes, you can then hear our commentary on it. All that stuff is on iTunes. It's all free, Sword and Scale. Please check that out. And then sign up for our Patreon, especially do our movie night. You've heard us tease it for the last month now. Watch a scary movie. Watch Gary and Chris fucking squirming like little
what?
babies.
Okay, that's about right.
It's not even 90 minutes long. It's one of the shortest commentaries we did. I thought it was hilarious and uncomfortable in all of the right ways. Patreon.com/watercooler.
One of the worst nights of my life. I said it there. I'll say it now.
And now fucking Kaylin's picking for this month. And it's gonna be like Thursday or some crazy shit. Like it's Halloween. Kaylin's hard into the horror stuff right now. Like we're doing this again. And I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Maybe he'll put on heavyweights. Is that what you
Yeah,
wanted? Chris?
that'd be so nice.
Maybe we watch Under Siege.
But anyway, yes, please check out Sword and Scale movie nights on Patreon, or Sword and Scale Rewind, excuse me. And yes, happy Fondleween
Yeah.
to all. Gary, so about you.
Let's see. Check out Reasonable Doubt on YouTube, Reasonable Doubt podcast, youtube.com/Reasonable Doubt podcast. And thank you to everyone who's been subscribing and listening to that. And then a personal I'm going to do a little mini tech talk here, but just hit me up on Twitter if you want to know more. I just found a great product to bring all my different smart home devices all under one roof, and it's really like I'm super stoked on it. So if that's something you're into and you want to know more, hit me on Twitter.
What's it called?
Hoobs, HOOBS.
Sounds really close to
Yeah,
one of the
it
other
does.
greatest things on earth.
Tits.
I like it.
Respect all women.
And as for me, I'm playing a show. My band is playing at the Pike Restaurant and Bar Grill. I don't know. It's in Long Beach. It's on 4th Street, 4th and Hermosa. Friday night, 9 p.m. to midnight. I think that's what
Baseball game will be long over.
Yeah, we're playing all night long. And
Give a free drink to the first person to throw a shoe at you.
sure. Not at me, just like towards the stage. Just make it more symbolic than an attack.
See,
And
Chris, that's going to be, I just realized this is going to be your personal achievement day. Not too long from now when Loxy's Butthole is the biggest album on the world and you guys are playing stages like to audiences you've never imagined. One day you're going to see a shoe come flying at you and you're going to see some small kid out in the crowd there trying to climb it. And some security guard is going to tackle that kid and drag him outside the venue. And you are going to have that moment. Do you stop the show? Do you let this kid back in?
or do I let this kid have his origin story?
That's right.
All I know is that Chris would be like George W. Bush up there. Like he would be head on a swivel, just ducking shoes left and right. He would never break tune.
Yeah.
Loxy's butthole. Just,
Most rock bands have like bras and
Yeah, you're just getting shoes.
yeah. I'm just getting a bunch of shoes, but it's a compliment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I'd help him get the shoe back.
There you go.
I think I have to, and just
Yeah.
let it go full circle that way.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but yeah, so and this might be the last show we play in a while because I don't want to play any more shows till Loxy's Butthole is ready. So
when is Loxy's Butthole coming to fruition?
hopefully, I just have a little bit left, and then I promise that shit will be fire.
Yeah.
Loxy's Butthole.
Loxy's Butthole. Loxy's Butthole. That shit will be fire coming
Yeah.
this December.
Yes. So make sure to tune in for that episode. Come out to the Pike this Friday, Long Beach. See you there. And that will do it for Watercooler. What are we doing this week? We got a Patreon show. I think we have a movie night
Yeah,
this week.
we moved the movie night.
So brace yourselves. We got a lot of content coming your way. Thanks again to everybody for listening, for writing in, and we will see you later this week. We love you. Goodbye.